now. Hello, Tan. Did you join? Okay, so you can see the pin. I'm sorry. Okay, here. Please join in this one. You can use your phone actually. I'm gonna join. Okay, so she's here now. Brian and Tang, can you join? Okay, now you can see my name. I joined. I use the phone. Okay, Queen Anne and Tam. Can you join? Hello, Lisa.
Hi.
Okay, Lisa, can you go to Kahoot, Lisa, and join?
Okay, just wait me a second.
Yeah, for your review, then we can start. Tang, can you join, Tang?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we'll wait for you. Anyway, you can join anytime as long as you can answer. Of course, your name will like flash on the screen later on. So let's wait for Tang and Lisa, and then we can start the revision part. Okay, Lisa is here. Okay, great. Now we can start now. I think the others can just join later on. First, let's do the phonics. No. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So the phonics one, the phonetics. So you find the different sound. Oh, no. I cannot find. Okay, I think only 2 just answered. Okay, I'm not sure, but I cannot see the underlined part. I'm sorry. Okay. So this one is the CH. CH. Which one has different CH sound? Okay. Others didn't answer. Okay, yes, it's chemist. Very good. I think Twitchy and Lisa doesn't answer yet.
I'm actually I'm out because I use browser and it doesn't
I
have
can't
any answer
see
that just
the.
have
you can look on the screen like me if you cannot see the choices. So yeah, this one is letter U. Which one has the U? Different U sound.
I can't see the answer.
Oh, can you look on the screen and then just and then you can use your phone like me? Yeah, or you can just type on the chat box and I will answer for you. If you cannot see chi, tao chi. Okay, it's undo. Okay, next one. Find the word has a different sound in the underlined part. It's the letter S. S, the beginning S sound. Hello, Alice. You can join the group, Alice. The pin is below. Thinking about this one. This one is a AI, which has different AI sound. Okay, great. Okay, next one. This one is the stress now, not the sound, the stress, like in syllables. Directive. Okay. Okay, well done. Now let's have the next question. That's an identity. I think it's the first stress, the stress is in the first part. Okay, next one. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I have two choices for nationality. Right, but still the community is the answer. And Quingan is leading now. Okay, next one. Priority, repetitive, electrical, energetic. Time's up. Okay, I think there are many questions here. I think this is the last one now. Okay, for now we have Queen Anne, the leading one. And the next one here, you're going to complete the sentence. Okay, so you choose the word that will complete the sentence. Tauchi, if you cannot see, you can write the answer or send the answer to me, and I can answer for you. Okay, next one. My colleague suggested. Okay, some of you are hold. Are you answering, Tachi? Oh no. Okay. Who's not here? Can is not here. I think this one is completed. It's the same. Oh. Okay, still once answered letter A. Okay, next one. Communicating with foreigners is usually difficult because of yes, language barrier. Do you know barrier? Do you know barrier? Everyone
Yes.
can tell.
No.
Barrier is like
Fence.
something that blocks barrier. You know, like if it's like COVID and your place, they put some fence that's like a barrier. Okay, they put something to block. Okay, so language barrier is like the language that blocking people to communicate. So we call it language barrier. Okay, now let's have the next one. Blank in communication can be caused by cultural differences. Down break, downs break, break down, breaks down. Okay, breakdown is the answer. Okay, we have 6 more, I think, question for this one. In Australia, it is not disrespectful to call people by their first name. So 3. Yes, I think you know the difference of first name, middle name, given name, and last name. Yes? Tang? Can you tell me what's your middle name, your first name, your last name?
My
Or your-
first name is Bui. My second name, my middle name is G, and my last name is Tan.
Tang. So your given name is? Given name. That means your complete name. Buingu? Yes. What is NGO in your name? That's your name, first name still?
It's my first name.
That's your complete name, your complete first name. So Tang is your last name.
Yes.
Ah, okay. How about Alice?
My first name is Nguyễn. My middle name is Tuệ, and my last name is Anh.
Ah, okay, I see. So I think it's the same with others. So Queen Anne is your first name, right?
My first name is Bùi.
Ah, okay.
My
And
middle name is Quỳnh, and my last name is Anh.
you have your nickname. Like Lisa and Alice, they have their nickname, right? Your nickname is your English name.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, it's the same with me, of course. My nickname is Jam and my first name is Jam. And of course, we have the D as the middle name. That means the middle name is the name of your the last name of your mom, comes from your mom. And the last name is the last name of your father normally. Okay, so of course, in some places it's rude to call the first name when you're talking formally, but in Australia, it's okay. Okay, let's have the next one. Tang is leading now. Okay, let's continue. Convenient, yes. Okay, next one. Wow. Okay, next one here. At this time next month, we blank next to each other in the same class.
I
7
choose
seconds.
the wrong answer.
Huh? I will be sitting. What did you say, Queen Anne? Are you okay?
I choose the wrong answer.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can go with the game. Anyway, we still have 20 more questions. Is going. Both A and C.
I see this. I see this game is inconvenient.
Oh, okay. You cannot see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You cannot see?
I see that I can't
Ah,
move.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chi, but maybe next time. Yeah, but for now, I think that so everyone can join because Tao Chi cannot join. So I'm gonna end this game in here, and let's just move to our review class like the traditional one. So we completed actually the first 3 parts of the revision part, and actually you can see it in your book and you can try to answer later on if you still remember the game. And this one is recorded, so you can just watch it over again. But for now, I'm gonna teach one here. So let's try to review some of the words. Last time we talked about Oprah. Who can remember about Oprah? Let's try to answer. Let's have Lisa. Do you remember? Where was she born, Lisa?
Actually, I don't remember.
Okay, anyone?
But
But you can try.
I see that she is very famous.
Yeah, she's
In
very
a
famous.
famous interview.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think she's born in. No one remember about Oprah? Oh, I think you can answer.
She has a like. I see that
Okay, since Oprah
she
is very.
has her past is very terrible.
Okay, so you remember about her past. Yes, and Oprah is one of what? When she was a child, she is what?
She is a good student.
Yeah, she's abused. Yeah, she's abused. And what does her father force her to do? Anyone? Tang? No one? Okay. She forced Oprah to read the book, different types of books. Do you remember that? Yes. And what's the first, if you remember, what is the name of Oprah Winfrey Show? Still no? No one. Okay, it's called the Where is it? AM. This one. It's called the AM. Chicago. Okay, so this is about Oprah, and she's born in Mississippi. All right. So I hope you remember that. And of course, last time we also talked about communication. Okay, so what are the three? Oh no, we have two characters in communication. Who can tell me about the two characters in communication? Wait, it's paused. Not the PowerPoint presentation. No one? Hello? No? What do you call someone who say or who send the message?
Sending and
And if we have the sender, we have the okay, so there are two characters. We have the sender and receiver. Yes, and there are three style or three ways of communication. Who can remember? No one? Tang. Do you remember Tang? Three types of communication.
I just remember passive.
Okay, passive. Can you tell me about passive, Tang?
Like we just answer the question without say reason, just say yes or no.
Yeah, okay. We just always say yes to someone. Okay, we just agree with everyone. We are passive. We just listen. We just say, okay, I agree with you. Okay, so you don't have your own opinion if you are passive. Okay, so we have also the one who always argue, willing to fight all the time. They are sometimes they're called the rude people. And they don't have lots of friends, of course, because of the way of their communication. And what do you call the style? G, Krian, Alice? It starts with letter A. Letter A. No one. Okay, that's aggressive. Okay, being aggressive, that means you're always ready to grasp, to fight. That means you are aggressive. Okay, but normally these people, they don't have a lot of friends because they always argue with people. And of course, we have the last one, that is letter A, also starts with letter A, that is being assertive. Okay, so sometimes you say yes if you have the same opinion, or if you think that her opinion or his opinion is correct. You have the same stand. Okay, but if you think that you are correct, you're willing to stand up on your own opinion. So that is assertive. And also, I think that you listen and watch to TED Talk. Yes. Can you tell me about the listening part in TED Talk? No one. Can you wrap up about the TED Talk? What is misunderstanding according to TED Talk? Did you watch? Everyone, can you type if you watch? Can you say yes in the chat box? If not, then we have to rewatch again.
I am not understand.
The TED Talk. Last time you have the misunderstanding video on TED Talk. Oh, not yet. Okay, so I think I'm gonna let you watch it first. Oh no, but I have the video of this class. Okay, so I'm gonna let you watch, and then I'm going to ask some questions about it later. Or maybe you can tell me what you understand from this one. Okay. Give me some time. Take this one. Okay. Here. I can share. Here.
Looks like you're having a hard
Can you
time
hear?
reading on the web. Wait,
Yes,
are you
okay,
seriously trying to
everyone?
highlight on the screen? Okay.
I think I'm gonna.
Have you ever talked with a friend about a problem, only to realize that he just doesn't seem to grasp why the issue is so important to you? Have you ever presented an idea to a group, and it's met with utter confusion? Or maybe you've been in an argument when the other person suddenly accuses you of not listening to what they're saying at all. What's going on here? The answer is miscommunication, and in some form or another, we've all experienced it. It can lead to confusion, animosity, misunderstanding, or even crashing a multi-million-dollar probe into the surface of Mars. The fact is, even when face-to-face with another person, in the very same room and speaking the same language, human communication is incredibly complex. But the good news is that a basic understanding of what happens when we communicate can help us prevent miscommunication. For decades, researchers have asked what happens when we communicate. One interpretation, called the transmission model, views communication as a message that moves directly from one person to another, similar to someone tossing a ball and walking away. But in reality, this simplistic model doesn't account for communication's complexity. Enter the transactional model, which acknowledges the many added challenges of communicating. With this model, it's more accurate to think of communication between people as a game of catch. As we communicate our message, we receive feedback from the other party. Through the transaction, we create meaning together. But from this exchange, further complications arise. It's not like the Star Trek universe, where some characters can Vulcan mind meld, fully sharing thoughts and feelings. As humans, we can't help but send and receive messages through our own subjective lenses. When communicating, one person expresses her interpretation of a message, and the person she's communicating with hears his own interpretation of that message. Our perceptual filters continually shift meanings and interpretations. Remember that game of catch? Imagine it with a lump of clay. As each person touches it, they shape it to fit their own unique perceptions based on any number of variables, like knowledge or past experience, age, race, gender, ethnicity, religion, or family background. Simultaneously, every person interprets the message they receive based on their relationship with the other person and their unique understanding of the semantics and connotations of the exact words being used. They could also be distracted by other stimuli, such as traffic or a growling stomach. Even emotion might cloud their understanding. And by adding more people into a conversation, each with their own subjectivities, the complexity of communication grows exponentially. So as the lump of clay goes back and forth from one person to another, reworked, reshaped, and always changing, it's no wonder our messages sometimes turn into a mush of miscommunication. But luckily, there are some simple practices that can help us all navigate our daily interactions for better communication. 1. Recognize that passive hearing and active listening are not the same. Engage actively with the verbal and nonverbal feedback of others and adjust your message to facilitate greater understanding. 2. Listen with your eyes and ears, as well as with your gut. Remember that communication is more than just words. 3. Take time to understand as you try to be understood. In the rush to express ourselves, it's easy to forget that communication is a two-way street. Be open to what the other person might say. And finally, 4. Be aware of your personal perceptual filters. Elements of your experience, including your culture, community, and family, influence how you see the world. Say, this is how I see the problem, but how do you see it? Don't assume that your perception is the objective truth. That'll help you work towards sharing a dialogue with others to reach a common understanding together.
I hope you understand. Well, I think when I ask you to watch the video, some of you are thinking of other things. Yes. Okay, but there are some new words in there that maybe the first time that you hear. So I will make it simpler for you to understand the listening part. But first, I want to know your opinion. Okay. So what do you remember from the video that you watch? Let's start with, oh, I can see Kang now. Hi, Kang. I didn't notice Kang.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Did you watch the video, Kang?
I didn't
Start?
watch full.
Oh, full. Okay. So maybe we can start with you. What do you remember from the video about miscommunication? Can you share? Anyone wants to share? Chi, Lisa, Tang, Alice?
Yes.
Yes. What do you remember from the video?
No, I mean, I need to
Understand some. Okay, so before we start talking about the video, I like to share some words first from the video. So there are some words that maybe the first time you hear there. Do you remember some words that you don't understand from the video? No? Okay, I'm gonna share one here. We have animosity. Did you hear that one? Animosity. Animosity means like you dislike. It's a strong feeling of dislike. Don't like it. Animosity. Okay. And then you have the filter. Filter. I think like, you know, the one when you cook noodles and you have to separate the pasta and the water. That is like the filter. It's the same with receiving messages or sending messages. You have to filter some things so you better understand. Like what we are doing now, I am filtering some words for you so you can understand the topic well. And what else? Gut. I think you see the word gut in there. Do you know gut? Gut means your instinct. Okay, that's your instinct. So let's try to make the video a bit, simpler for you to understand. Okay, let me show you one here first. Okay, here. I made one here. So as you see, this is the video is all about. So we only have in here the sender and the receiver. Yeah. And the receiver. Okay, this is the video all about. So of course, there are two characters when you do communication, but what happens when there's miscommunication? So let's say that the sender sends a message here. Okay, so as you see, I put something like this one here. This is what we call the filter. And this one, it can affect many things in here. It can go many things in here, but it's up to the receiver to receive the message or what things he or she wants to filter. So as you see, maybe it affects like your family background, like what you know, or cultural background. So that's why we have the filter in here. And sometimes, let's say that you only send, let's say, I'm talking about my favorite movie, let's say this one, but the receiver didn't understand about the movie. So the receiver will only understand like maybe some part of the movie. And then the receiver cannot talk back or send back the feedback because the receiver doesn't understand what the sender sends. So here we have the feedback. The feedback is the message, I mean, like the opinion that you give to the sender or the one who sends the message. So this is my interpretation actually of this one. But as I said, there are many things that can affect the message that you send. So there are many things. The first one, of course, is how you feel. So it can affect, like if you are mad, maybe you don't want to talk, you don't want to listen to anyone. So it can affect that one. And then the second one is what you know. So if you only know some few things about the topic, so you can only share small or like limited things. And then the third one is your personal filter or perspective or perception. Let's say perception. So if you are, your style of communication is aggressive, so you will always argue. That is your personal filter. But if you are passive, you will agree with the person. But if you are assertive, maybe you can try to understand more of the bigger things. What is the topic about? So these are the three things that can affect the message. It's the same thing in here, okay? So it's important that you have clear communication. And in the video, there are, how do I say that one? There are four things to avoid misunderstanding, right? Do you remember the four things to avoid misunderstanding? No one? Who remember? Number one, you have to recognize that passive hearing and active listening are not the same. Okay, so you have to understand, you have a better understanding. You have to understand more of the things that you are, maybe the sender is talking about, or if you're talking to a person. So you have to passive and active listening. Okay, so you have to combine these two things, not only active listening, but you have to be passive too. So that means if someone is talking, you have to listen attentively. Not maybe attentively, but you have to understand first before commenting or saying something. Okay. And then, because sometimes, like if someone is talking and you don't listen, you talk your own opinion, that leads to misunderstanding, and it's not good sometimes. The argument starts here. The second one is you have to listen with your eyes and ears and gut. What does it mean? Can someone tell me this one? You have to listen with your eyes, with your ears, and your mind. Can you share me your idea about this one, number two? Gut is your mind, like what you think, that is your gut. That means if someone is talking, I mean, if you listen to someone, you have to listen and look at them, because sometimes the way that they act is different from what they say. And sometimes you think of some things that, oh, I think that she or he's not like this person. Okay, so you have to listen to your gut. You have to look and see as well. The third one is take time. Take time to understand. Take time to understand things, as I say. You have to listen and so on. And number four, you have to, what's number four? That's the most important thing, number four. You remember number four? And finally, number four, you have to be aware of your personal filters. Okay, so as I said, if you want to be like Do you want to be a leader? They say if you want to be a leader, you have to be a good listener. Okay. So like when someone is talking, you have to listen and understand. You should have like a good understanding. Not really good, but you have to understand everything before saying some things. And you have to set aside your personal agenda or your personal filter on that one. You try to understand things more other than what you think is right. So maybe it's okay to ask like be polite, like saying, oh, this is how I understand things. How about you? It's okay to that, like be open-minded. So that is what the video is all about. And of course, that will be your homework later. So you will have to make your own diagram about that one. So now that I talk about the video, okay, let's have some talk with your personal experiences about misunderstanding. What do you think affects personal, not personal, what do you think affects misunderstanding in your daily life as a student? What affects it? Let's start with Lisa. Lisa?
Yes.
Yes, can you give me some examples? Well, you have to argue, not really fight, but maybe like some arguments with your friends or with your classmates. And what makes it lead to that argument?
Maybe one day me and my friends are talking some things
Mhm.
like what we think about this single, or what do you think about this actress, and then she thinks the single is very pretty and cute, but actually I think she's uh uh is not that good. Then we
Mhm.
have a fight, um and then the other friends of my classmates go out and talk with and say, no, don't have to fight. Then they know why we fight, and then they fight with us.
Okay, so according to Lisa, what is the barrier of that misunderstanding? I mean, why they have that misunderstanding? So there
uh
are three reasons, right? There are three filters that filters the messages, right? So we have the feeling, and the personal filter, and the style. Okay, so what affects Lisa's conversation with a friend is the personal filter, because they have different personal opinion about what they like. So they don't agree with their own personal filter. So that's why there's misunderstanding. Okay, so that's the reason with that one. How about Tang? Can you share some?
Uh, like when we play a game and he don't understand what I say he have to do, so we often we often argue and shouting at each other. But after
Mhm.
few days, we still
Friends.
be friendly.
Of course, you're still friends, just a few one. Well, yeah, I think for Tang's experience, it's like feeling, and as well as the maybe it covers the three as well. With the style of communication, it depends. Okay, how about Alice? Can you share, Alice? Is there a misunderstanding that you have with your friends?
I think no.
No? Wow, that's good. Okay, how about Tao Chi and Kang? Would you like to share?
No, because
No.
I don't have any problems about my friends.
That's good. Yeah, how about Tao Queen Anne? Queen Anne.
Yes.
Yes, can you share? Can you share some? No?
You know what?
Can you share some things that are sometimes that you have a misunderstanding with your friends or let's say with your family?
With my family, my
Mhm.
brother and I used to fight over that who will wash the dishes.
Mhm. Yes. Okay. So personal filter still, okay? Because you disagree in doing that thing, you don't like it. That's your personal thing. I don't like it, so I don't want to wash. So you fight with your brother. How about Kang?
No, because my classmates are very good and never fight.
Oh, that's great. That's a good one. Okay. Well, actually I have a question in here. If we have misunderstanding, whose fault is it? Is it the sender or the receiver? I think I want to debate for this one. So I'm gonna break the room into two groups. I want to break the room into two groups. So you have to think of that one. One will be the sender and the second one will be the receiver. Okay. So the question is, if we have misunderstanding, whose fault? Okay. Is it, or who is the wrong one? Is it the sender or the receiver, and why? Okay. So I'm going to break into two groups and I want you to talk for 3 minutes about the why is it the fault and so on. Okay. And then let's have a debate later. Okay. So you go to the room now to talk with your friends. Oh no. Can you join? Okay, Chi is there now, Queen Anne. Tang, you join Tang? Okay. And the three? Kang, join the room. Kang?